Hi and welcome back to another video. In this video I am doing a comparison between Samsung Galaxy J3 2016 and Lenovo Vibe P1m. I already uploaded a review of Lenovo Vibe P1m just 3 days back. I know I did the unboxing like 7 months back, and then a review was way too late for Lenovo Vibe P1m. But anyways, it is better late than never. So now I am going to compare these two smartphones, Lenovo Vibe P1m, Samsung Galaxy J3. So Lenovo Vibe P1m is a really interesting smartphone. I saw this smartphone in everybody's hand, but I failed to see Samsung Galaxy J3 2016 in any of my friends' hands. I don't know why this smartphone is not attracting them. I have seen J7 in many people's hand, but I have not seen J5 and J3 in anyone's hand. Maybe the Lenovo Vibe P1m and Lenovo Vibe K5 Plus are attracting the customers of this price point. But trust me, the Lenovo Vibe P1m is good. The Samsung Galaxy J3 2016 is good. But we have to see which one is better when you are buying. You want your money to be spent on a right place, on a right smartphone, so that you can have a good use of it. Now, Samsung Galaxy J3 is really an interesting smartphone. It is a fine smartphone with a super AMOLED display. That's great. So size is interesting, the display is interesting. Then the thickness of the smartphone is also interesting. It is a thin smartphone. It is a lightweight smartphone. It is easy to hold this smartphone. And in this regard, in this part, this smartphone really stands out. In fact, the back, it has a leather back, which is great to have. And it does not have a leather back, but it has a leather finished back, which means that it has the texture of the leather, but it is not originally a leather. It is, I think, a fiber, polycarbonate fiber. And then I'll move forward and then tell you about the performance of Samsung Galaxy J3. So the performance of Samsung Galaxy J3 is really interesting. It is as same as the performance of the Lenovo Vibe P1m. In fact, the Lenovo Vibe P1m stands out in performance when you compare it with Samsung Galaxy J3 2016. Lenovo Vibe P1m has a more amount of RAM. It has 2 GB of RAM, while you are getting only 1.5 GB of RAM in case of Samsung Galaxy J3. And in fact, the processor in the Lenovo Vibe P1m is also adding to the speed of the Lenovo Vibe P1m. It is adding to the speed combined with the processor combined with RAM is actually increasing the speed of operation for Lenovo Vibe P1m. Now let's move towards the camera so that we can further our comparison. Yes, in camera, Lenovo Vibe P1m falls short. I'm not going to say in terms of megapixel. I'm not going to talk about that because I have personally used both of these smartphones. Talking about the megapixels, how many megapixels this had, how many megapixels that has, is not going to solve the problem. Is not going to give you the real performance of these two cameras. Why? Because these are just numbers on paper. In real life, they perform differently. If say there is a 13 megapixel camera in X smartphone and there is a 13 megapixel camera in Y smartphone, but Y smartphone costs more and has been a good sensor has been used, then the camera of the X smartphone is not going to be that great. So that is the case here. The camera of Lenovo P1m, I personally think falls short here. So if you are no, the camera of the Lenovo P1m is great. I'm not complaining about that. But still, when you compare it with the camera of Samsung Galaxy J3 2016, it falls short. Otherwise, with the other smartphone, when you compare it with the other smartphone, yes, the camera of Lenovo P1m is okay, more than average. If you look at individual smartphones, then the camera of Lenovo P1m is completely usable. But if you compare it with the Samsung Galaxy J3 2016, I must say that the Samsung Galaxy J3 2016's camera stands out. And the last thing, I think I should be talking about the camera quality. Actually, I should be talking about the battery performance. Yes, of course, you are getting a huge battery with Lenovo Vibe P1m. That's one thing. That's the USP of the Lenovo Vibe P1m. Go ahead and get the smartphone for the battery. In Samsung Galaxy J3, you are going to get average battery backup, but with Lenovo Vibe P1m, you are going to get a huge battery backup. That's what you are required. You are required a huge battery backup. If you are required a huge battery backup, then go for Lenovo P1m, because that is the smartphone that you should be having in your pocket if you do not like charging. But still, anyhow, you have to charge your smartphone by the end of the day. But still, if you want to have the battery with you in even in case of emergencies, then Lenovo P1m is a great smartphone. You should definitely go for it without even thinking. But if I have to recommend one smartphone among both of these smartphones, then I have to give you two choices. So in this case Lenovo P1m is almost equal to the performance of Samsung Galaxy J3. In fact, Lenovo P1m has an edge over Samsung Galaxy J3 when it comes to performance. So if you want to buy a smartphone, I recommend you going for Lenovo Vibe P1m. But if you want the camera also, you want quality photographs, then you have to look towards Samsung Galaxy J3. But camera, you can handle camera, you have a DSLR at home, then definitely I would recommend going for Lenovo Vibe P1m, because nothing equals the amount of battery backup that's Lenovo P1m gives. So this is it, guys. Thanks for watching. We will meet next time. I think I have made my point. Thank you very much.